Hey guys, and welcome to my quest guide for the 2024 free-to-play quest, Great Egg-spectations. So for the requirements, there are no quest requirements, there are no skill requirements. Items needed will be a sliced banana, a bottle of caramel, which you will get during the quest, some grapes, which we will turn into dried grapes during the quest, some nuts, biscuits, marshmallows, which we'll be getting during the quest, and 2 planks, but not protein planks because they won't work. And then if you've got a mystical sand seed for quick teleports, otherwise we'll be using the Alcarid lodestone. If you are an Iron Man, you will need to have completed part of the chef's assistant quest, otherwise you can't get access to the biscuits. And there are no enemies to defeat. So to start this quest, we're going to head to the Blooming Burrow, which you can get to with the lodestone teleport, or by heading to Berthorpe just south of the bank and entering the burrow. So once you get here, speak to the Easter Bonny and go through the chat. Choose option 1, talk about Great Egg-spectations, and accept the quest. Go through the chat again. Once you finish the chat, we need to find Coco Bonny. Now, they are in the southeast, down in this area. So we're going to head down through the bridge. So head south over the bridge. And then over the western bridge. And then south past the bank. And then we're going to head east. So once you get here, go ahead and speak to Coco Bonny and go through the chat. And then after you finish going through the chat, she'll start following you. So next we're going to teleport to Musa Point, which is south of Port Sarim. Sorry, not south of Port Sarim, but we are heading to Port Sarim and we're going to pay the fare to take the boat to Karamja. You can take the Karamja lodestone and run north and then east, but this is the quickest way. So, head slightly east. So, the first house to the north is Luther's house, so go ahead and go in and an eavesdrop banana chocolate recipe. Go through the chat. You get a little bit of cutscene. So now we're going to head to the Garden of Corid. So if you've got a mystical sand seed, go ahead and teleport there. If not, so you're going to use the Alcarid lodestone. If you haven't already got a sliced banana, you can go ahead and pick some bananas from the trees just to the west. So once you get here to the Garden of Corid, if you are teleporting to the lodestone, it is just west of the mage training area. And you're going to go and head northeast into the little hut and eavesdrop on the fruit and nut chocolate recipe, which is found on the hammock just on the western side of the hut. After the cutscene, go out of the hut. Just to the south, you will see a washing line. Go ahead, right click, and use your grapes on the washing line and go through the chat. Don't interrupt. Make sure you go all the way through the chat until you've got some dried grapes in your inventory. So next we're going to head down into the Dwarven Mines. So go ahead to the Falador Lodestone. And head northeast up to the Dwarven Mines. Climb down the ladder. And then we're going to head east. And you will find the Rocky Road chocolate recipe you can eavesdrop on, just lying on the table. Go through the chat. So now we're going to head back to the Blooming Burrow. So go ahead and teleport to the lodestone. And head just to the west of the lodestone into the factory. And talk to a Gooey Bunny. So if you head up the stairs to the west, you'll find Gooey Bunny just next to the ladder. Go ahead and speak to them to get some marshmallows. And then just to the north, go ahead and take some sugar from the sugar sacks. Now we're going to head back up to where the Easter Bunny was, which is over the bridge to the east and then north. And then we're going to head north into the home to use the cooking range. So go ahead and use the sugar on the range, which is in the second room on the eastern side. And that will give you a bottle of caramel. Once you've got that, we're going to head out and talk to the Easter Bunny, who is just south outside the house. Choose option 1, talk about Great Expectations. Now here, if it doesn't work, you need to make sure you have got Coco Bonny following you and that you've got all the ingredients in your inventory. So if it doesn't work, you'll need to make sure you've got everything that we've done so far. So now we're going to go south and then west back to the chocolate factory. So now we're going to make the chocolate. So head up the steps again. And at first we're going to start with the mixing station, which is just to the south. Go ahead and mix the chocolate. So keep mixing the chocolate until the blue bar above your head is done. Now we move on to the moulding station, which is the middle one. Once again, you need to wait till the blue bar is full before moving on to the next stage. Once that's done, we're going to head up to the foiling station. You can choose any colour you want. And wait for the blue bar to go up. So once you've got all 3 types of chocolate, you can speak to Coco Bonny. It talks about Great Expectations, and he will tell you he needs to hand them over to your uncle. So we're going to head east over the bridge and then north back to the Easter Bunny. Choose option 1, talk about Great Expectations. Choose any options. Once you've got all 3 chocolates handed over, go ahead and teleport to Lumbridge. Then we're going to head north to the Lumbridge Market. For this, you will need to have 2 planks with you of any type except protean. Now you will see just north of the bank chest that is a chocolate tasting stall hotspot. So go ahead and use your planks and click build chocolate tasting stall hotspot. Then go through the chat. Wait for the blue bar to go up to say it's finished build. And you'll go into a cutscene. So go through the chat. You will need to give him the correct type of chocolate. So first, offer the fruit and nut chocolate, which is option number 2. Then choose option 2, offer a sample with less dried grapes in it. And then choose option 1, offer a banoffee chocolate. Once you finish going through the chat, we're going to head back to the Blooming Burrow. And I'm going to head northeast once again and speak to the Easter Bunny. Choose option 1, talk about Great Expectations. And then you will get quest complete. So for completing this, you will get access to the bunny outfit, 5,000 cooking experience lamp, 2,000 spring tokens, emotes from the previous Easter events if you've not already got them unlocked, access to the factory line activity at the Blooming Burrow, and 2 treasure hunter keys. So that's quest complete and well done.